There's a scary reality about starting a small business. 50% of small businesses fail within their first year. 75% of those that pass the first year fail in the next 5 years. How are you going to beat those odds? How can you create a business that doesn't fail, runs smoothly, and gives you the time and money to enjoy life? That was the question spinning around my head until I found an answer through Michael E. Gerber's book, The E-Myth Revisited: Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. If you're thinking about starting a business, or if you have started one but feel stressed and busy all the time, then this video is for you. This is one of those books that I wish I had read before starting my business. Okay, let's get started. Part 1. The Fatal Assumption. This is you. You work in a company for somebody else. You're good at your job. Damn good. You are one of the best employees. But things aren't going well for you. You might not feel appreciated, or you don't feel like you're paid enough. One day, you're at work and for some reason, you don't like your boss's behavior. Maybe he said something or did something. The reason doesn't matter much. You just didn't like it. Suddenly, a voice in your head said, "Why am I working for this idiot guy? I know the job better than he does. This business would collapse if I weren't working here. Why don't I start my own business and be my own boss?" From that day on, you just couldn't stop thinking about creating your own business. The entrepreneur in you woke up and wasn't going back to sleep. The excitement of being your own boss and becoming independent was irresistible. You had to do it, so you start your business. But here's the thing you didn't realize yet. You were about to go from hating the idiot boss to becoming the idiot boss yourself. Including myself, most people start a business this way. Before starting, they were doing some technical work for a company, and one day, they decided to start their own business. But this is a recipe for failure because the person who starts a business this way makes a fatal assumption, and it's this. The technical work of a business and a business that does the technical work are two totally different things. Just because you understand the technical work of a business doesn't mean that you understand a business that does that technical work. Just because you are a skilled video editor doesn't mean you know how to create and run a video editing business. Unfortunately, most people fail to see this. This happens to millions of technicians daily. A barber opens a barber shop, a hairdresser opens a beauty salon, and a musician opens a music store. The tragedy is that when the technician falls prey to this fatal assumption, the business that was supposed to free him enslaves him. Part 2. The Entrepreneur, Manager, and the Technician. Everyone who goes into business is really three people in one: an entrepreneur, a manager, and a technician. The easiest way to understand this is if you've ever been on a diet. Everyone who has tried dieting knows there's a fat guy and a skinny guy inside them. Skinny guy knows what you have to do to get skinny, diet, and exercise. All you have to do is chisel skinny guy out of you like a marble statue. But fat guy doesn't want to go on a run. Fat guy likes junk food. Well, that's the kind of war going on inside the owner of every small business. But it's even worse because it's a three-way battle between the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. The entrepreneur is the visionary, the dreamer. This is who was inside you daydreaming, looking at the clock, imagining a better life. They live in the future, never in the past, and hardly ever in the present. They are your innovators and always best at working with the unknown, engineering chaos into harmony. The manager is practical. The manager wants to keep things organized and in order. It's their job to clean up the mess of the entrepreneur. Instead of everything being shoved into a drawer or tossed into piles, a manager would go to work with the label maker. Everything has a place and everything should be put back in its place. The technician loves the feeling of getting things done, having their hands on projects, and living in the present. They don't care about the future of the business or the problems of yesterday. They just want to get to work. They want to know how to do it, and they want everyone to get out of their way. Part 3. 3 phases of a business. Businesses grow just like people. There are 3 stages that a business will grow through: infancy, adolescence, and maturity. Infancy is the technician's phase. This is how most businesses start, as a technician-led business. You are finally free of the boss. It's an exciting start that's about to be exhausting. You are now going to be a master juggler. Every day from now on, You will be juggling balls in the air doing all of the work inside your business. In the infancy stage, all you do is work, work, and more work. Hours are long. You might work 12 to 14-hour days. You work every day, 7 days a week. Even at home, you're working. You are totally invested in your business, but there's a big problem. There's more work than you can handle. Adolescence is the manager's phase. This is the moment when you decide to finally get help with your business. Every business that lasts must grow into the adolescent phase. What kind of help does an overloaded technician get? Technical help. Someone who can do the work that isn't getting done, which is usually the work you don't like to do. So you hire your first employee, Harry. Harry knows accounting. A few weeks later, you realize Harry can do more than just accounting. Life gets easier with Harry. You start taking longer lunch breaks and relax a bit. But there's a problem. You let Harry take over tasks inside your business instead of telling Harry what to do. This means your business is slowly changing from the way you did things to a new and unrecognizable business. Maturity is not the final result of the previous two phases. You can skip them and start as a mature company from day one. Famous companies such as McDonald's, Disney, IBM, and Apple didn't end up as mature companies. They started as mature companies. A company can start as mature if the entrepreneur has an entrepreneurial perspective. Part 4. Franchise Prototype Model. The easiest way to understand this business model is just to look at McDonald's. Please keep in mind that I'm not telling you to get into the hamburger business. We are talking about their business model here. They have a system that works like a Swiss watch. This is because every step of the business was tested, tweaked, and improved until it could be copied in every McDonald's restaurant. Food is made and served the same way across the globe. Frozen meat patties are the same size and shape. Pickles are put on buns in the same patterns, so they don't slip off the sandwich. Fries are kept warm for 7 minutes before they get soggy, and food will be served to customers in 60 seconds or less. The problem isn't your business. It never has been. The problem is you. It has always been you, and it will always be you. Nothing will change until you change your perspective about what a business is and how one works. Every day should be spent working on your business, not in it. See your business as a product on the shelf. See it as a machine with interconnecting parts and ask yourself, how can I get my business to work without me? How can I get my people to work without my constant interference? How can I systematize my business in such a way that it could be replicated 5,000 times? To build a system-dependent business, you need checklists for every task. You need how-to manuals with step-by-step instructions so that anyone can do what you do. I know this is a boring part, and I hate to do it, but it is absolutely necessary. If you skip this step, you will waste so much time and fail. I have personally skipped it and hired people, and here is what happened. Since I didn't have the proper system, they couldn't do the job 100%. They could only do 90% of it, and I had to help with the last 10%. Now imagine you have hired 10 people and have to help each of them with the last 10%. This will probably consume all your time. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're opening a cake shop. Each position in your shop would have a detailed job description. This clarity ensures that every worker knows exactly what to do and how to do it. From buying the ingredients to keeping the shop clean, sweeping floors, scrubbing pans, and handling transactions at the register. For bakers, there would be clear guidelines on how to bake the cakes, the temperature settings for the ovens, how long each type of cake should bake, and the secret recipes that make your cakes special. After all, it's not just any cake shop. It's your cake shop. It's your prototype. You want your cake to look and taste the same. It should deliver a consistent experience to the customers. Part 5. Business Development Process. This process consists of 3 steps: innovation, quantification, and orchestration. Innovation is asking the question, what systems can we improve in our business to help our customers? Please keep in mind it's not the product that requires innovation, but the way your business operates and sells its products. You don't need to implement big innovations. For example, what color suit should your employees wear to make the most sales? Is it a brown, blue, or black suit? For 2 weeks, test it. You might find that even your best salesperson makes less money when they wear a brown suit. Here's another test to try. Instead of greeting customers the old way by asking, "May I help you?" say, "Hi, have you been here before?" This simple change switches the conversation from a yes or no question to an invitation to talk. If they say they've been to your store before, great. We're so glad to have you back. Here's a special offer we're running for our repeat customers. If they haven't been to your store before, welcome. We have a special discount for new customers. Quantification means you're going to find the data of your business. Instead of vague feelings, you'll know for a fact how the business is performing after making a change. Think back to the different colored suits. You can track and see how much money was made by each color. If sales increased by 16% for salespeople wearing blue suits, this becomes the new uniform. The trick is to track data for a short time to get a baseline so you know what's normal in your business. Then you make a change. If the data shows the business improves, you keep the change. Orchestration is the final step where you take all of the learned lessons from innovation plus proof from quantification and create a new system for your business. You didn't guess, you tested it, you proved it. You repeat this process for every step of the business to create a system that can work for anyone. This ongoing cycle of improvement ensures your business stays competitive and continues to grow. Let me recap everything we covered in this video. We started with the fatal assumption. Just because you understand the technical work of a business doesn't mean that you understand a business that does that technical work. Every entrepreneur is three people in one: the entrepreneur, manager, and technician. The entrepreneur is the visionary and innovator. The manager wants smooth operation and order, and the technician wants to focus on immediate tasks. We explored the three business phases: infancy, where the owner handles all tasks, leading to exhaustion; adolescence, where delegation begins but often leads to chaos; and maturity, which isn't the end result but can be your starting point if you have the right perspective. The solution lies in the franchise prototype model, focusing on creating a business that can operate without you. This requires building systems, not dependencies, documenting everything, and making processes replicable. Remember, the goal isn't just to work in your business, but to create a business that works without you. This requires shifting from a technician's mindset to an entrepreneur's perspective and building systems that can be replicated consistently. Success comes from creating a business that's system-dependent rather than people-dependent, allowing you to scale and grow while maintaining quality and consistency. Thanks for watching. I hope it was a useful video.